Hey, we gotta let our hair down every now and then. Even me, Mr. All Business, all science, all seriousness all the time, we gotta have some fun. And I'm human, and that means I have dessert, okay? I make keto desserts sometimes. Oh my gosh, those came out good. It's because I am a real person. I'm not just some two-dimensional thing that just spits out science and biochemistry knowledge all the time. So anyhow, what I've got today are 3 super simple, relatively healthy keto recipes, okay? These are things that you can make super fast in the way of desserts. Now, when I say super fast, we're talking less than 5 minutes prep time, if even close to that, okay? So I'm gonna try to knock this whole video out in like 6-7 minutes so that we can just get back to our day. First thing is going to be a healthier rendition of chia pudding. A lot of times chia pudding ends up having sugar in it. We don't have to go that route, okay? So what I've got here, I've got anywhere from 10 to 12 ounces of unsweetened almond milk. Then I've got my good old-fashioned chia seeds. So in this case, I've got about 4 tablespoons of chia seeds. Go ahead and add them just to like a mason jar or a shaker cup or something like that. And then you want to use some monk fruit, okay? You can use stevia, but in my opinion, stevia, when it's mixing with chia seeds already have a little bit of a bitterness to it. It just ends up a little bitter. So I'm using a liquid monk fruit. I'm just gonna put, I don't know, 5-6 good drops in there. Okay, then I have 4 tablespoons of coconut cream. Now, when you go to the store and you get this stuff, it might just show up as coconut milk. That's fine too, just don't get the light coconut milk. It's gonna be too runny. Okay, this definitely adds some calories to it, but it makes it tasty and it definitely makes it keto friendly. At least with this coconut milk, we're gonna get a good degree of MCTs, a good degree of lauric acid, so we're still getting a good ketone effect. But here's the little twist. I use pumpkin pie spice, and the reason that I'm using pumpkin pie spice is mainly because, well, A, I like the taste, but the cinnamon has something in it known as methyl hydroxychalcone polymer, which mimics insulin within the body. So it's kind of cool. So it has a blood sugar moderating effect. It kind of helps modulate blood sugar a little bit. Anyhow, then here's a little trick. Use a little whisk ball, little shaker ball, put it in that little mason jar. You shake that sucker up. And how long did that take me to do? It took me, what, realistically, if I wasn't, yabbing a whole bunch, probably would have taken me 2 minutes at the most. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put this in the fridge really quick, and then you're gonna wanna sit there for about 10 minutes in the fridge. All right, so while that's sitting there and setting up, let's go ahead and make the next one. Promise you these are gonna be simple. This next one, I'm gonna utilize fat snacks. So these are super cool little cookies. You can make your cookies from scratch, whatever you wanna do with almond flour. I'm a fan of fat snacks just because they're easy, they're super, super tasty, and quite frankly, they support the heck out of this channel. So if you wanna grab some fat snacks cookies, go ahead and utilize the link down below. There's a special discount and a special Thomas DeLauer brownie and cookie bundle if you wanna get your hands on them. So they're made with almond flour, they're made with erythritol, they're super, super clean and super tasty. Okay. So now what we're making here is a whoopie pie, but we're making a healthier rendition of a whoopie pie because we're not using a bunch of sugar-laden ice cream. We're not using a big high-fat, sugar-rich cookie. We're using some good old-fashioned fat snacks cookies, and here I have unsweetened Greek yogurt. Okay, you could also opt for Bulgarian yogurt. If you have unsweetened Bulgarian yogurt at your store, go for that because it's a much more rich probiotic content. It's just not always easily accessible. So what I've done here is the same thing with this yogurt. I've actually added a little bit of monk fruit to it. I already did that, so this is gonna be really sweet now. Same kind of thing. And then I also added, once again, the pumpkin pie spice just because I like that taste. So mix that up, you're making sort of your filling, and then you can do this 2 ways. You can either add some cocoa nibs, get a good amount of fiber in there, and mix it up, or you can add those later. And then all we're doing is super simple. I mean, this is not rocket science. It does not take a genius to make this one. But I will tell you, as far as keto is concerned, it's a pretty gut-friendly recipe. So put that together, make a little sandwich. Look at that. I mean, it's good just like this. Check that out. I mean, that's pretty darn tasty just like that. But I'm gonna put it in the freezer, and that only has to set for maybe 5 minutes, and it's good to go. Okay, I took the liberty of already freezing one ahead of time. I want you to check this out. Get a close up on there, JR. Check that out. Look at that. The bite from the yogurt just enhances the flavor of the cookie. It's like that little tanginess. Normally with ice cream, it's just so sweet, it's overpowering. But with this, you get this tanginess. It's kind of like, well, hey, what do you know? Frozen yogurt, right? Put that aside. And now, this next recipe, excuse me, is one that I've been making for a very long time. I call this my chocolate moo-moos. Well, actually, my wife calls it my chocolate moo-moos. The reason is because I sip on it like a little toddler almost every night before bed. It's really simple. Okay, I've got some warmed up almond milk, heated it up to a pretty good temperature. Now, normally I would use a little whisk blender thing, but the batteries are dead in mine. So what I have here is a metal shaker cup. Okay, the reason I'm using a metal shaker cup is you don't want to be adding hot liquid to plastic, even if it's BPA friendly. You don't want to be leaching all those chemicals into what you're eating. So I got that. Can take a little bit of the coconut cream here. I just eyeball it, probably about a tablespoon. Just adds a little bit of thickness to it, maybe a little more. Okay, then I've got Dutch processed cocoa. Why Dutch processed? Well, it doesn't have to be. Like I used regular cacao before too, but Dutch processed cocoa is processed with alkali, so it ends up adding a good amount of potassium. You actually get a good portion of your RDA potassium with Dutch processed cocoa. Plus it also smooths out the flavor. Now, some people don't like it because it's more processed, and you do forego some of the antioxidants, you do forego some of the flavonols, but in my opinion, the mineral benefit and the taste benefit that you get, is much better. Why am I just eyeballing it? Because more chocolate is better. And if I end up doing a little extra, who cares? So that ends up being a little more than 2 tablespoons. And then lastly, again, add a little monk fruit. I'm gonna mix it up here. Again, normally I just use a frother. Check this out. Have myself a little bit of hot chocolate. And if you want to get real crazy, you can go and have yourself some cookies and milk. Might even dip it. What the heck? Yeah, it's really good. Anyhow, you didn't want to sit here and watch me stuff my face. You just wanted some quick recipes. Everything's down below. I'll list out all the recipes, super simple. You can also get your hands on the Fat Snacks cookies. Special deal on my bundle down below with those. As always, thank you for being an awesome subscriber. Make sure you hit that red subscribe button. Make sure you hit that little bell icon, turn on notifications. And if you want to see more of these fun little recipe videos where I mess food up and make a mess and just destroy things, let me know. See you tomorrow.